EV.
Welcome to Attack Wrap here on Rogers TV. I'm your host this year, Nick Kennedy. And before we jump into our interview today, we've got a couple of OHL Players of the Week to look at. So your OHL Player of the Week this week coming out of London, going to number 41, Blake Montgomery. Blake Montgomery with a big weekend there, 4 goals and 4 assists in 3 games for 8 points and a +7 on the weekend. Your OHL Goaltender of the Week is also your OHL Rookie of the Week, going to number 78, Alexei Medvedev out of London as well. For him, 2-0, 1.5 goals against average, and a .958 save percentage with a shutout as well. And your Owen Sound Attack Player of the Week going to number 40, newly acquired Tristan DeLille. So congratulations to Tristan in getting the Owen Sound Attack Player of the Week. You can see there 23 games played, 6, 9, and 15 points on the year for a -2. He had 3 goals, 4 points in 3 games. So congratulations to Tristan on becoming the, I think it's his first time as the Owen Sound Attack Player of the Week. So congratulations there. And I'd like to welcome to the show number 6, Konnor Smith, and number 27, Declan Waddick. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Awesome. Well, we got a few questions for you guys just about life in the OHL, and then we like to play some games, so we'll play plenty of games today. Konnor, we'll get to you first, and obviously there is a captaincy to talk about, but before we do, wanted to touch a little bit here on Anaheim camp, and getting down there for a little bit. What was that like for you, getting to play obviously with and against a lot of big names, seeing Carter down there on the other side of the ice, getting to shoot on him a little bit? Any like just kind of big things that stand out for you this year compared to last year?
Yeah, last year I wasn't able to perform in main camp due to an injury, but this year I was fortunate enough to be able to play, and it went great. It was a great experience, totally different than the rookie tournament, and I was fortunate enough to get two preseason games as well against San Jose and LA, and yeah, it was pretty cool playing against Georgie. And then another thing that was pretty cool is it was Anze Kopitar's 19th season in the NHL, and it was I was 19 years old, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, great experience. Obviously, going down there, it's California as well. The weather's awesome, so all around great experience, and just happy to bring that back and share the wisdom with the younger guys too.
Awesome. I mean, obviously being there in Anaheim for rookie tournament a couple years ago, this year as well, preseason. Biggest question is, you a fan of the new logo, or you like the old one better?
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys that are there too, they all like it. I know a lot of people knock the orange on orange, but I think it looks pretty good.
It looked pretty good out there, yeah. Especially those white jerseys. Yeah. They were popping up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a favorite tilt from camp? It looked like you had a couple good ones there.
Both of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I gotta go with JPJ from LA, 6'7" guy, and XP repeat as well, which is pretty unique. And then I'm from Windsor, and he played for U of Windsor as well. So
nice.
We skated a few times, then just a few taps on the head at the end of the fight, just acknowledging each other. And he's a hard worker, a great player as well. So I'd say probably that one.
Excellent. You got a couple good body shots in on that fight. That's good to see. Is that your new strategy? Go for the kidneys.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. I didn't think about it before those 2 fights, but it definitely worked out, so I'll be implementing that going forward.
Excellent. That's great. Trial by fire, we say. Declan, yourself picking up 3 points on the weekend. You seem to really enjoy and thrive in those kind of high pressure situations there, and moving around the lineup and just finding ways to create offense when it doesn't seem like there's going to be an offensive opportunity. I mean, your wraparound goal, just kind of a random dump, a funny bounce off the boards, and you're 2 strides ahead of the defender. Has this always been kind of a part of your game, or have you kind of learned how to create offense in this league?
Yeah, no, the wraparound, I've always wanted to try the far side post wraparound, and I saw the opportunity, and I tried it, and Razor was even saying shoot the puck in his feet. So Scorms just scored a wraparound goal. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go all the way around. And ended up working. I got a step on the goalie and put it in the net. So
Awesome.
yeah, no, it definitely worked out well for me.
Do you often get to score the exact same goal like after somebody else just scored it on the same goalie? Like,
Yeah, no, it was pretty crazy. It was one of their younger goalies, rookie goalies, so I knew to take the chance when I can, and I tried it.
you're doing him a favor, really. You know, teaching him how to learn from his mistakes.
Something like that.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, excellent. Konnor, I feel like you've got a unique perspective here because you got to play a little bit in San Diego as well this year, and you often hear a lot of people talk about, especially like fans of hockey, maybe in the OHL, they'll almost like discount the intensity and the skill that is the AHL level. Like, you would obviously have a very unique perspective being able to experience both this year. What kind of light can you shed on just how truly intense and skillful the AHL is?
Yeah, I think it's a great league. Like a lot of people I know call it the always hungry league, because everyone there is working to get to the next level and fighting to keep their job. Obviously, you got young guys coming in who are trying to make it to the next level. You got guys who have 2 kids and go home and they're dads. So it's definitely different than junior hockey. You got grown men, you got guys who are just getting out of junior, and you got guys who are great point guys in the AHL, but they can't crack the NHL roster, so they're doing everything they can to get to the next level. And then you got the young guys who are going to be studs in the NHL, who just have to develop a little bit more in the AHL. In the AHL too, they love their fighting as well. There's a lot of fighting and tough guys, and keeps guys honest. But I think every team should have a guy like that on their team. So it was a great experience getting down there and just getting my eyes open and get my feet wet down there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've got lots of new perspectives this season. Obviously, you're wearing a C this year. How did you find out? What was that conversation like?
Yeah, kind of when I found out I was coming back from San Diego, Scott Wray gave me a call, the head coach, and then Dale, we talked as well, and they were gonna lean. They said they wanted to lean on me when I came back, and just worked out to where I got the captaincy, which is it's a great thing to. I'm very proud to be captain, and we're a team full of leaders. There's not one guy in that room that I don't look at as a leader. So it's good to see that. No matter if you're young guy, old guy, everyone's kind of binding together and being a captain together.
Awesome. I know one thing you guys always say, and I think you touched on it, is how everybody's a leader, and certainly we've heard the assistant captains say that as well this year during their interviews. And I guess kind of on that note, Declan, something I've noticed about you at practices is I can always hear you for some reason. It's wherever I'm sitting, I can usually hear you shouting out or calling something out, but never for a bad reason. It's always either expecting more of yourself or motivating and encouraging your teammates to to keep going or hyping them up. So is this a part of your game that you have developed over the years? Have you always been kind of a natural encourager?
Yeah, so I'm usually always super competitive in anything that I'm doing or anything anything that has to do with hockey. And so even if it is practice, like just pumping up the guys when they score a goal, or guys you wouldn't see make a play they wouldn't usually make, making sure they know they're making the right play. So I'm usually screaming or giving it a woo or whatever it is.
Oh yes, I've heard that.
I'm sure everyone in the building hears it, but I make sure even if it is a younger guy or older guy, they know they're doing the right thing, so they can kind of build that confidence and they know that people are realizing what they're doing. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Great. It's kind of like a bit of adaptive leadership there. You've had to be fairly adaptive in your leadership style this year with obviously an injury to the arm and unable to kind of lead from maybe where you would feel most natural leading, which would be on the ice and kind of controlling a play and calling it out. But how have you had to sort of adapt as a leader to this team, having to lead kind of, maybe by example in other ways?
I'm a guy who likes to lead by example, and I can't really do that with my player right now. So it's kind of tough because throughout my time in Peterborough and all that, we always experienced with no guys who aren't playing in the room. That was one of our rules, and So I kind of steer clear of the boys like during game or like on game day, let them do their thing. So I'm not in the room during games that often, so I don't really see that part. But I just let the other captains and basically the whole team, keep like hold each other accountable and all that. And then during or practice, I'll watch practices or I'll get out there after and do my own little skate. But I keep an eye out for things and try to do what is right and
That's awesome. Well, I know one way I've kind of seen you lead, even through this injury, is even when you get out there just to do your conditioning skates and whatnot. Whether practice is going on at one end or it's the end of practice, I'm not sure I've seen you out there without a smile. So I think you're leading by example in those ways. Is that kind of joy for the game always being something you've had, or have you kind of found it as you found the next level of your game?
Yeah, I'll be honest, back in minor hockey, there's a few dark times, obviously, and I feel like everyone might experience that, but I'm just, my mindset's really changed in the last few years, and I just can't, I don't take anything for granted, so I don't look at any day as a bad day in my book, so every day there's something good to come from it, whether it's you get to eat breakfast, or you get to hang out with the guys, or you get to play a game. So I like to really take the positive out of everything and just shed that light onto others, and always be a positive guy on and off the ice, and at the rink and not at the rink.
That's great. Yeah. That's fantastic. Declan, something I've noticed about you as well, like not just motivating the players, but how you're very analytical of your own game. I've noticed, like even after a practice rush or something like that, and you expect a lot from yourself. I can see that kind of frustration if it doesn't work out, and you might call out or look at the stick or do what you got to do in the moment. But it's kind of like I don't know if you're familiar with the Tiger Woods rule that he had with his dad, where I think he had a 5-step rule. He could be frustrated over his shot for 5 steps, and I see that in you, where you're frustrated over it for about 5 seconds, and then I see you over. You'll get back in line, and you're just. You go into analytical mode, and I can see you kind of planning, all right, I'm going to do this different, I'm going to do that. Are these principles that coaches have taught you? Have your parents taught you this, or is this something you've kind of just sort of picked up by osmosis?
Yeah, obviously taking little things from coaches, every single coach I've had. And our coaches now, like even during a game, like I'll be super frustrated and then kind of just talk to me, and then I settle down, and then I think about what I'm going to do the next shift, and I'm going to go do it. I kind of do that. Like I like to manifest a lot of things that I do. I think about what I'm going to do next. If I do something wrong, make sure I don't do it again, kind of thing. But that's kind of put it into my game so that I'm better every single shift.
Awesome, great. That's quotable, I think, actually. I don't know if there are any kids watching, but you could like write that on your grip or something like that. Better every shift. That's great. Konnor, I mean, for you, like, what kind of wisdom would you have for a young kid that's watching now? I mean, you're in your final season of OHL. Obviously, you get injured. You haven't been able to play for a little while. Like, some people may take that as just like it could be a real shot to them or a shot to the confidence, and yet you've taken it in such stride, and you seem to just have so much joy and hope as well to come back and dominate at the level that you've always dominated at. What would you be able to say to a young kid that they hurt themselves and they think, is my career over, or is my how would you encourage them?
Yeah, it's obviously easy to get down on yourself when you can't play, but I'd say just keep at it. There's, like I said, there's always something good to come from the day. So if you can't play the game, if you can do a little workout, do that, or if you can dial in your nutrition a little bit, there's always something you can do to better yourself and keep that joy throughout the day. So just keep trying, keep at it, and stay positive is the biggest part to it.
Awesome, awesome. Fun question that we've been talking through with a couple of the guys the last few weeks is, especially when we've got a forward and a defenseman, who would benefit more from a role swap? Do you think you'd be the better defender than Konnor would be forward, or do you feel like you'd be a better forward than Declan would be defender?
I feel like he could be a pretty good power forward with his size and his big shot.
Just right in front of the net every power play.
Literally, even our coaches have thought about putting him in front of the net on a power play.
I think Boston used to do that, with Chara.
Yeah.
Sit him right there.
but no, the coaches will make fun of me for not being able to skate backwards. So I don't know how good I'd be back there.
Can't
but,
harness the inner Cale Makar.
yeah, I'd love to give it a try though, just because it's so much different. See all the ice.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
I was just about to say, could be the next Kale Makar.
Yeah,
I don't really see him skating backwards too much, so I don't know about that part, but he'd definitely be a great offensive defenseman in my books.
Yeah, there you
Be
go.
fun.
You know, if you're fast enough forward, who needs to skate backwards at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Okay, well let's grab those whiteboards back there if you don't mind, and we'll play a little game here, and we're just going to do a little who's more likely to. So you guys can answer between the two of you, and just kind of write down either yourself or the other person. And
Gotcha.
we'll,
Could you snag that for me, please?
Yeah, you probably, yeah. We gotcha. All right. Start with a good one here. Is who is more likely to have practiced interview answers in a mirror?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Wow. This is a tough. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Not that tough. Pretty easy for me.
Okay.
Are we gonna show?
Yeah. Go ahead and reveal. Okay.
I would probably do it though,
Yeah,
for sure.
hey,
I think
fair
it's.
enough.
I mean, before I got drafted to the OHL, I would actually practice with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the car ride, like on the way to games or practice and all
Sure.
that. Yeah, we'd be going over like questions that teams might ask. So
Yeah. Do your agent, like, would your agent give you kind of like, hey, you know, once you get drafted and they're interviewing you on camera, like these are the standard questions they usually ask?
Yeah, there's always like the typical ones, like your 3 strengths, 3 weaknesses,
Right.
who you are as a player, stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, fine. All right, we'll do this one. Who is more likely to have a viral interview?
Oh, that's easy.
All right, go ahead.
I said Smitty.
Going each
Just
other here.
just because he's more Showtime.
Okay. A little bit more confident on the camera, maybe.
But if
less
it were
of a
me,
smoke.
I probably said something stupid.
Okay. All right. You know what though? That's self-awareness. That's an important trait.
Yeah.
Just add that onto the resume now.
Know who you are.
Yeah, there you go. Who's most likely to drop a trophy, say the Stanley Cup or the Memorial Cup when celebrating? Who'd be most likely to drop it?
With Smitty with one arm or two?
Yeah, you know what? I guess right this moment, probably Smitty.
Yeah,
me for
definitely
sure.
Smitty.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that is a fair call.
I know she's pretty heavy.
Here's one we'll throw in here, and I think I already know the answer to this, and we'll get into it maybe afterwards. But who's more likely to sneak in that extra cheat meal?
Now we gotta ask who you think it is first.
Okay. Well, I shouldn't have said cheat meal, but I think I've heard through the grapevine that somebody at this table will eat easily a dozen eggs a day. Okay, so you got the cheat meal going.
This guy eats
and you
well.
got the eggs going. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I like to do at least 6 a day.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then on a bake day, I'd probably have 6 for breakfast, another 4 at lunch.
Wow.
And then, so.
Okay. Big egg guy.
Actually, when I was suspended, we were both like scratch, not playing in London. He's bringing me to all these farmers markets and all these nutrition places where they, sell all the good stuff.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Are you just a big farmer market guy? Like, is that
Yeah.
your go-to?
No, I really just got into it.
Okay.
Like the last summer, basically. I don't know if you know Jacob Churkin.
Yeah.
Plays for the Capitals now, but he's gone viral for eating raw liver and all that stuff. But
Gross.
I'm buddies with him, and he's shown me show me the ropes, kind of.
Sure.
Not the raw stuff.
Yeah,
yet,
yeah.
But no, I've learned a lot from him.
Have
and,
you been checking the Anaheim city rules about how many chickens you can keep at an apartment?
Yeah, you know, I tried to convince my parents to get some chickens.
Yeah.
I know you're allowed 4 in the city of Windsor.
Okay.
No rooster.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. But it was a no.
That's a conversation
Yeah.
that's been happening in my place as well. So
Yeah.
I understand that battle.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, who is most likely to get their own segment during the first intermission of Hockey Night in Canada?
What do you mean segment?
Yeah.
Like Coach's Corner or Behind the Mask with Kelly Rudy, or those like first intermission. They'll go to that bit. You got the panel, or you'll get
Like
Don Cherry.
they're like you're interviewed, or it's like based off you.
Yeah, like your own show, your own.
Oh, okay.
Once you're done your playing career, kind of getting your own spot.
You ready?
Yeah. I said
Knowing each other, right?
Smitty, just because I could see him doing something like that after hockey.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keep staying in the hockey world kind of thing.
Right.
I can see why. He's a funny guy. you never know what he's gonna say. So I feel like people would be entertained by watching that.
We'll
Still
take
on
it.
it together.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Start our own show.
Or if this meat thing takes off, man, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
Just interview people over steaks with Smitty or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
Let's see, who would make a better mascot replacement for Cubby? Like, Cubby goes down, last minute injury, somebody's got to jump into the costume. Who's getting in there? I'm gonna give you a new marker here.
Yeah,
'cause, I
please.
think yours is
Yeah.
just about
thank
done.
you. Oh. This one doesn't work at
That
all.
one is completely done. Okay,
Yeah. There we go.
I'll give you that one back.
All right. Thank you.
At least it kind of works.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
All right. What do you have? Each other? Oh,
put
yourselves.
me, yeah.
Yourselves. Okay.
I can't imagine Smitty in that costume. Just a giant
Yeah.
in that thing.
That would be the
oh,
tallest Cubby
it'd be the
you've ever
funniest thing
Yeah.
ever, actually.
But no, whenever we have like the skates after games, I'm a big tag guy. I like playing
Okay.
tag with the kids.
True.
So, oh, thank you.
There you go.
So yeah, no, I feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
might be good at it.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like kids. Like I don't mind them sometimes. So
Don't mind them sometimes.
it can be
That's
good.
a good part of the job, I suppose.
Yeah.
Better,
Yeah.
better
Being
be all right.
friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Got some dances, like some moves you'd pull out, or, you know?
I don't know. Maybe a couple Fortnite dances. That's all I know.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
great. Say, who is more likely to forget something on a road trip? Either forgetting something at the hotel or forgetting before you even leave.
Like I've forgotten stuff, but like I'm usually pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know what Smitty's up to. Like I don't know if he's forgetting stuff. I'm saying Smitty.
Okay. All right.
All right.
And you got
Me
yourself.
kinda.
Kinda. Okay.
So like, there's a few times I forget something.
Yeah.
I'm like about to drive out of the driveway, and I remember it.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
not like I fully forget
It's
it,
not
but
awful.
like I
Right.
kind of forgot it. And then I did forget my charger in
Ooh.
Peterborough when we were
Yes.
on that road trip.
That's a rough
So
forget.
yeah, I had to use a few of the boys' chargers.
Yeah.
Which was kind of tough. It'd be like early in the morning, and
Sure.
my phone's at 20%. So, yeah, got to make do for that for the day. But I have a spare one. I'm like back in my house, like Bill
Perfect.
house. So
Perfect.
didn't affect me too much. But yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good. Who's most likely to win a game of sewer ball? Who's got the soccer moves? Oh, you're going big. Okay. Confident soccer player, right?
Yeah, Smitty dabbles, but he's
Okay.
been injured, so I've been
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not the greatest. I'll be honest.
Hey, you know what?
couple dead feet. You know, I go to hit the ball that way, it goes behind me, so I don't really know where it's going.
Well, thankfully the sewer ball skills they don't really transfer to hockey all that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, if it transferred, definitely wouldn't be here. So. Yeah.
He's got 2 lives now this year, though.
I
So.
do have 2 lives.
Okay,
which
that's good.
is helping me a lot.
Giving you the
Yeah.
help, eh?
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's good.
But still don't get past the halfway mark.
That's unfortunate. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear. Who would be more likely between the two of you guys to get the Christmas tunes bumping? We'll say like November. Oh, these are quick answers on this one.
I just know this one.
All right.
Sorry, it's bad writing, but
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, big Christmas guy.
We were
go ahead.
we were in Ottawa, and we were walking back to the hotel for maybe breakfast or something, or we were just going for a walk, and there was a Christmas parade going on.
Okay.
And this guy wouldn't take his eyes off of it. Like, the stuff he was saying, I couldn't believe it. Like, I haven't seen a Christmas parade in a couple of years. I haven't even been to a Christmas parade in a few years. And this guy was all over it.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Christmas parade in I don't even know how long, but I was definitely probably happier than all the kids there.
Nice.
You know, I tried to catch the candy canes and they were throwing them off, but I didn't get any. But no, I think I started listening to Christmas music September. Yeah.
Say that one more time.
September.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, if I could, I'd put up Christmas decorations for Halloween.
Wow.
If I could.
Wow, before Halloween. Okay.
yeah.
That would be bold.
Yeah.
I like it. That's fair. It's a good time of the year.
Yeah.
Who is most likely when a puck sails wide to give the stick a little flex or look at the blade like that as they go by the net?
I try not to do that, but
It's just a natural reaction, I think.
yeah, probably me. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you
guess-
get more opportunities
yeah,
as a forward, right?
yeah.
So it's gonna happen.
yeah,
Yeah. My dad always said never blame the stick.
yeah,
Okay.
It's not the stick, it's the shooter.
yeah.
Right.
So-
Right. Sometimes it's the stick, though.
Yeah, it can be.
I gotta come to
Yeah.
the forward's defense. Sometimes it's the stick.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to ask Stumps for new blades during practice?
Ooh, practice?
Yeah. Or game, I guess. Does it change your answer if it's
Yeah.
practice or game?
I'll write on top for practice and
Okay.
on bottom for game.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're more likely in practice for new blades.
Yeah, I try not to piss off Stumps, so I kind of just wait till we're off the ice.
Okay.
I don't think I've asked him to switch my blades all year during game or practice,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've been pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what Smitty's up to.
I'm always just in practice. If I lost an edge, like I'll just roll with it.
Sure.
Blow a tire a few times,
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
boys a laugh. But in a game, I'm very picky.
Okay.
Very picky.
Okay.
Like if there's the smallest edge missing,
Yeah.
I'm bugging Stump.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but
Hey, you know what? Game
yeah.
time. Right?
Yeah.
It's game time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, we got. Well, you know what? We're gonna head to break here, and we'll be right back after this commercial break with a few more questions and some highlights from this past week. So stay tuned here on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Where will you win?
The opening tip. We're under the hit. Is Prince. Vicious slow. The NBA title is yours.
As we welcome a new era, where will you hear the story?
Right to the rim with a slam dunk.
Catch the highlights. Dive into tapes.
It spins.
Where will you be when? Right here. Raptors basketball. Nothing but Sportsnet.
Growing up, I was surrounded by violence. I had the drive to pursue education, but I didn't have the means. I couldn't afford to because the child welfare system is not enough to support youth who want to go into higher education. And that's where the Children's Day Foundation of Canada stepped in to provide financial support And today I have my neuroscience degree. Education makes every child unstoppable.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Gentlemen, welcome back to Attack Wrap here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Nick Kennedy, today joined by Owen Sound Attack Captain number 6, Konnor Smith, and number 27, Declan Waddick here in studio. And we're going to jump into some goal celebration blind ranking. This is our Owen Sound Attack top 5 board. So there you go. You got a good view of it, number 1 to 5. The way this game works is I'm going to say a goal celebration, and you guys are going to have to put it on the board wherever you think it fits without knowing what comes next. So I will give you gentlemen that marker. And your first goal celebration, we just saw it recently with the Owen Sound Attack, is going to be the selfie camera. I think Bruce pulled that out in Erie where he popped the glove on the stick for those watching at home, held the stick up like a selfie stick, and gave a peace sign to the camera. So where does that it was bold.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I thought I was watching a movie
Yeah,
when he did that.
I'd say it's pretty good. It's a pretty good celly. It's definitely an OT celly.
It's an OT
like you can't pull it out unless you score an OT. I wouldn't say it's the best OT celly.
Fair.
Like I'm thinking maybe number 3. Are you thinking lower or higher? There could be some good ones.
There could be good ones. I feel like since it's such like based on the scenario, it might knock it down a few points.
That's what I.
4?
Okay.
I like 4 actually.
4, we'll go
4's
4.
a good
Yeah.
spot.
4.
Four's
Yeah.
good. Go ahead and write that down. You can just write selfie or selfie camera.
Yeah, my writing is dang awful.
Well, this is gonna be tough.
Did I write it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. That works.
I'm writing selfie.
Perfect. All right. Your next one here is going to be the glove toss duck hunt. So throwing the glove
That's
into
a
the
classic.
air, shotgunning it with your stick.
I was doing that in Tyke a lot.
Oh, I think everybody's doing this one.
I'd say 2
2
or 1.
2. Like if someone pulls that out, like
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
That's something.
I'm thinking 2.
2. Yeah, 2 safe.
They got to be a pretty confident player to pull that
Duck?
one out.
Yeah, duck.
Yeah, duck. Duck works. It's an easy one. Excellent. We haven't done this one yet, and it may or may not be a hockey celebration. I don't think we've seen it at the OHL level, but I can guarantee you somebody in Tykes is pulling this one off. But it's the Ronaldo. So he'll go jump
the
kind of backwards and shout Sue. Where are you putting the Ronaldo?
I mean,
I'm thinking if someone did that, it would look ridiculous.
yeah.
It would
Especially
be
on
hilarious.
skates.
I think they'd have to like drop to their knees when they did it or something and like slide.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, if they did it on their knees, it would look pretty good, I
Yeah,
think.
I think so.
yeah.
Like, I'm thinking 5 though.
I'm saying 5.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather see, like, just a normal fist bump over.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a little bit too much.
For
but,
sure. I agree.
Yeah.
Like you can get pretty crazy, but
What is it? O?
Ronal.
A?
A-L.
D-O.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Wow. All right, we're gonna give you the
Pretty good list
classic.
so far.
Yeah.
It's the heartbreaker. Where do you drop that? I mean, it's a good one, but it gets
It's another OT one. It is.
I think, like, I would put duck above it because
Really?
it's so classic.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, like, that's like the modernized duck, I feel.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm just worried about the next one that's
I
coming.
feel like it might be something crazy.
Could be. It could be.
Take the gamble.
I love
Yeah, we'll take the gamble.
the gamble.
Gamble.
Yeah. QZ did that the other day, too.
He did.
He did.
Heartbreaker.
I know.
Yeah.
It was actually right after he ranked at number 1. So
Okay.
Wow.
ranked at number 1. I think he interviewed about that as well. Said he
Yeah.
ranked at 1 and felt like he had to do it.
So
So
we might be seeing whatever comes next.
Whatever's
next few
coming up.
days.
I'm not sure anybody else has done it except Alexander Ovechkin, and that is the stick CPR.
I knew it was
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
But
That's
like,
great.
it is a good
Yeah.
one.
Like the hot stick?
yeah, the hot
yeah,
stick.
yeah.
That's a pretty good celly.
That is
like,
a great celly, but it's bold.
I don't mind it at one either.
It's almost copyrighted at this point.
Yeah.
You almost can't do it without just copying Ovechkin.
Yeah, it's a tough one to pull off because you kind of have to stop and then put your stick. Like I'm always, when I score, I'm flying around the ice. So.
Sends a message though, for sure.
But
it does.
I'm fine with that at one.
Okay.
I'm fine with that list.
Should I write?
Ovi?
Yeah, go ahead and throw
hot
Ovi
stick.
right up there.
Yeah,
Ovi.
Hot stick.
Nice. There we go. There's your Owen Sound Attack top 5 goal celebration list. It's a little, there you go. You got the Ovi hot stick at number 1, Duck Hunt at number 2. You got the Heartbreaker at number 3, Selfie Cam at number 4, and the Ronaldo soccer celebration down there at number 5. So not a bad list. We'll have to see if we end up seeing any of these in a game sometime. You never know. I mean, it'd be any one of these. I think you're probably making some kind of highlight reel for hitting.
Oh yeah. I feel like the one that would go most viral though has got to be Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think that one definitely starts to go. As soon as somebody pulls it off, because everybody's copying them in the soccer world. But I haven't seen it make that transition to the hockey world.
No.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We've seen lots of firsts. We've seen the first Owen Sound Attack goalie goal. We've seen the quickest hat trick in Owen Sound Attack history, all in this season. So you never know what's coming next.
Yeah.
But for now, we do know what's coming next, and that's going to be highlight packages. So let's jump into our first game of the week, and we will be right back after those highlights to talk about the game.
Harry Terrance goes inside, outside, lost the puck back. It'll be taken away by the Attack as they'll bring this one out of the zone. Tersini brings it in, top of the right circle shot, and Erliden with a save. 13:44 to go.
And if not for the fact that he maybe was going to go the college route, that's what it was. He probably would have been a first-round pick. Erie, they take the risk, they bring him in, and they're bearing the fruits of the reward.
They certainly will. This one playing its way. Talking about risk back below the goal line. Landon Hookey set up play, they score. First goal tonight belongs to the Owen Sound Attack. 1-0 for the road team here on Thanksgiving Eve. Oh, there were plenty of
to
McDonald's.
Celebrate that one, so that's pretty awesome. Remember, they traveled really well to Cornwall last year.
Oh, they did, and that's not too far from Ottawa either, as this one's brought in by Mishek. He scores! The fur falls down, the game's tied up, and get ready, it's Bearmageddon! Worked over right wing side, Ty Henry back below the goal line. Works this one in off the head, back wall, Erie recollects it. Henry, left wing side shot, and collected and saved by Kaprowski. 6:28 left to go in the first period. This one will find its way in from the left wing side. It was Clarkson.
That's what,
Pretty good school for hockey, so they'll be getting a pretty dang good goaltender. So worked in left wing side, they score! Yes, they score! One-time shot from the left wing side, and it is a 2-1 game for the Owen Sound Attack. As they strike back after the Teddy Toss goal, it's Antonio Tersini. Here's Pano Femus leading it up the ice. Femus in. Femus top of the left circle. Bottom of the left circle, driving down Main Street. Oh, what a save by Kaprowski as he gets the glove out. Edwards with it. Edwards, Davio keeps it in the zone. Jumps up in the air. Ooh, that one a little bit of a slash off of the body of Frasca. Erie keeps it going. Frasca up. Mid-slot, right wing side. Edwards down in front, shooting. Deflected away. Frasca takes it. He scores! Power play goal, Gabriel Frasca. We're knotted up.
And number 98, Pano Femus.
Usual suspects on the assist down there for the goal for the Erie Otters. Harry Terrance, the captain of this team, adds another one to his repertoire on the season. Right in front of the net opportunity, Erliden with a save. 1-1 developing here, it's Davio back. Hookey working, shooting it over the top of the net. Erie will go after it along the wide wall. Loose inside of the circle, Hookey in front. Hookey runs out of real estate, left wing side, they score. Bruce McDonald in his return. Overtime winner for the Owen Sound Attack. They win it 3-2.
Wow, that's you know what? Talking about goal celebrations there, that is quite a bold celebration. It's I mean, obviously you guys must have just been happy for him being able to get the game winner back in his old barn as well. What did that mean for him and for the team as well?
Yeah, you know, it's great to see. Obviously, when a guy gets traded to your team, there's always an extra little fight playing their previous team. So, yeah, no, it was great to see Bruce get that OT goal and then to pull out the selfie celly. Yeah, it was definitely something to see. So
I'm sure both of you guys kind of have, you know, money on the board or whatever when you're playing Niagara or Peterborough.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure he felt the same way.
Oh yeah, he had some money on the board, and I'm super happy for him. It feels so good to score against the old team. Last year I got to score against my old team, and it's a surreal feeling. It's the best feeling ever. That's all you hope for, is to beat your team, and then a bonus is to get a goal. Yeah. So no, I'm super happy for him.
Excellent. That's awesome. I mean, that's a long trip to make on a Wednesday, a midweek, you know, all the way down. It's not like you're doing a road trip. You're not hitting up Saginaw or Sarnia or anything like that on the way. So to go down to Pennsylvania to get a win and then drive all the way back, it must make that trip a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, a lot better. Yeah, it would have been a long drive home.
Yeah.
We actually got to stop for a little treat after the game. The coach promised if we closed the game out and got the win, we'd get a little treat on the way home. So we did, and it was a fun ride home.
Nice. Did you guys end up just coming all the way back home right after the game?
Yeah, we got home at about 5 in the morning.
Oh man.
So it was definitely a tough day the next day. So
you guys probably get a day off after that, eh?
Practice later.
Okay.
So it was a later practice.
That's good. That's good. Awesome. Well, why don't we'll go ahead and look now. I think we've got the Kitchener game coming up down in Kitchener this past Friday. High-scoring affair in that game as well. So let's take a look at that highlight.
Our referee, Darcy Burschel, tripped up and he ran to a man, breaking in. Here's Missile-Jellic, scores! The puck this time here is Waddick. Breakaway, showtime for the attack, scores! Rafik Verosian breaks on it. Little stutter step by him. Cameron Reed cutting in. Reed bumped off the puck. Hard collision into the end while he's okay. Out in front from Reed, scoring! Alanis gets the goal, but what a pass by...
I've been watching OHL hockey. Back up to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sean. Cormier scores!
And his first in his past 5 games as he gets back on the score sheet.
Down was Crawford. Campbell keeps it in. Campbell's shot doesn't make it on target. Here's Arquette. Give it, shot, scores! Well, wire one back. Hookie intercepts it. Here's Hookie out in front. There's DeLille, scores! Tristan DeLille.
Teams just twice so far this campaign and looking to do so.
It's scoring! Another wraparound goal for the attack. And Andonovski took a good hit. Now here's getting it to DeLille. DeLille drops it back. Penalty coming up on Kitchener. Has a shot. Score! Rogers from the point with the screen in. Here for Vermeulen. Vermeulen for Lamb. Now back to Vermeulen. One score! On the power play. It's Luca Roman to the Ranger power play. One-timer tip there. Shot. Backhander scores! Scores! It's Missile. Stick in the way as now Andonovski. Here's a feed to Alanis. Alanis for Vermeulen. Alanis scores! Final shot save made by Schaubel, and the horn goes, and the Rangers win this wild one, 6-5.
Well, a tough battle there. I mean, high scoring and leads going both ways. Attack just dropping by 1 goal there against the top-rated Kitchener Rangers. And I mean, you guys have found a way. It's surprising to take every single top-ranked team and push them to their absolute limit, where they're only able to squeak out a win with 1 extra goal over the attack. What does that do for the confidence of your team and just being a bunch of, it's a relatively young team this year, and to be able to take some of these squads that really have intentionally built for long runs at the Memorial Cup this year, and be able to take them to just their absolute limit? I'm sure it's got to be building confidence in a lot of these young guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've lost maybe 12 one-goal games this year.
Yeah.
And you know, those are tough, obviously, whether it's overtime or 6-5 or in regulation. So it's definitely tough, but you just got to reiterate to the young guys that, you know, we're in all the games, which is good to see. We're a young team, but no, it's good to see everyone fight to the final buzzer.
Absolutely. I think as well, like talking with some of the fans and some of the people around town as well, like they talk about how you walk away from a game, even if it is a 6-5 loss or even a 6-3 loss against Windsor, and you walk away feeling good, excited, like that there's a lot of hope for this squad, and it's great to see. I mean, for yourself, getting a nice little wraparound goal there, it's got to feel good to pot one and to get 2 on the weekend as well. I mean, the first to 2 on the weekend. You were saying during the highlights there, you've got 5 wraparound goals already in your OHL career. Where did this come from? Is this just like you're jumping on an opportunity and it's working, or is this are you going to look to make this kind of an intentional part of your game now?
Yeah, no, sometimes I have a step on the goalie and I don't think he's expecting it, and I just try and shove it sometimes. But that time I knew he was going to be on the post, so I tried to either go 5-hole or far side, and it ended up working. But no, just stay consistent now, and no days off, and making sure I'm dialed in every single game. So I'm doing that every single game, and at least attempting to score those kind of goals or whatever it is. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, maybe we'll see. You know, I don't know if there's a wraparound goal, like specific celebration for a wraparound goal, but you might just have to make it up.
Yeah.
Like you seem to be the resident expert on wraparound goals right now. So we'll figure that one out as the season goes on. But why don't we jump into our highlight package here from the Windsor Spitfires? We'll be back to talk about that. And then I believe we've got a coach interview after that as well, so stay tuned here.
Hookie to McHugh. Save is made by Scanto. Rebound goes wide. That was McHugh in behind the goal. Trying to get it out front. They whack. They score! Tristan DeLille. Greentree recovers. There's Greentree taking the feed. Greentree just drops it off for Protas. Now back on the other side. Morneau, a shot, scores! Likely tipped out front. Greentree bouncing puck out front, reaching for it. There's a shot, scores! Ilya Protas picked back up by Hookie, and here come the attack with numbers. 2-on-1 over the line, DeLille and Hookie. Over to DeLille, a shot, glove save is made by Costanzo. For Nancy. Nancy drops it to McDonald, and it's a 2-on-1 for the attack. Waddick and McDonald. McDonald to Waddick, scores! Declan Waddick! Up down the ice. Nesbitt now sends it across. Greentree right out front. There's a chance. Kicked out by George. Another chance. They score! Morneau picks up the rebound. Play for it, but it bounces back to the Spitfires, who carry it down the ice. Morneau has Greentree over the line. Greentree scores! Finds the far post behind Carter George. Kindry now, watched by Hicks. Greentree coming in, plays it to Rogers off the point, he scores! Braden Rogers fires it through traffic. Off to the left to Kaprowski. Puck sent in, there's a chance, they score! The comeback on hold as Cole Davis jumps on a loose puck and roofs it. Now it's Rogers again. Attack can't get pucks through. A shot at the open net will score. It's Liam Greentree, and the Windsor Spitfires are going to get back into the win column.
Awesome. Well, another hard-fought game there for the Owen Sound Attack. Not the result they're looking for, but, I mean, again, really in there neck and neck with one of the teams that is poised to go on a run as well. So what were a couple of things you liked there from the guys in that game? Like, it seemed like you guys really were fighting and battling hard there.
Yeah, no, it was 2-2 there, and then they ended up scoring the third goal. And the third period, we tried to make a push. Mm-hmm. We were right there, and then an unfortunate goal at the end. But we were right there with them all 60 minutes. Yeah. They just capitalized, so it's unfortunate, but we've been right there with every single team. So
absolutely. I guess you'd have an interesting perspective, not really being in your normal spot watching the game, but kind of up a little bit higher.
Yeah, you see a lot different. But no, it's we battle hard. And they're a great team. Windsor's a good team, obviously. And no, it's with how young we are, we put up a good fight. And a few bounces go our way, and it's a different game, right? So, exactly. I think I'm proud of the boys, how they're playing. And, good to see it. And you got to keep it going forward. So,
awesome. It's a great outlook, and I think it's one that a lot of people in town share as well. So that's great to hear. We'll throw here, we got an interview with head coach Scott Wray. So let's go ahead and roll that now and hear his thoughts on the weekend of hockey.
Attack, Scott. Obviously a tough loss to the Windsor Spitfires tonight, 6-3 the final, although it got a little bit close towards the end though. Your thoughts on the effort from your team tonight?
Oh, I definitely think the effort's there. We at points of the game we were really pushing the pace and we were taking it to them, and there's no easy night when you're playing us, and I just think with the kids that are playing in certain situations, we had a really good night with some guys.
At one point in the game there, a decision was made to pull Carter George after the fourth goal was scored. We were thinking that's mostly a way to motivate the bench as opposed to any kind of a punishment against Carter George or anything like that, but it seemed to have kind of sparked a little bit of momentum in your team. Just your thoughts on that decision?
Well, Carter's had a tough couple nights. We were in Kitchener, and the momentum there went crazy against us, and I didn't want to leave him hanging out to dry. I felt that the guys were a little flat at that time, and I just, wanted, like you said, get a spark. You never really want to pull your starting goalie, and he wants to battle through, but at the same time, it was time to do it. And like you said, the game settled down after that, and we started to push the envelope a little bit and push the pace, and that's what we try to do.
Speaking of spark, line 3 and 4 tonight, Pierce Bowie's line, the rookie line was incredible. Every time they were on the ice, they were chasing down members of the Spitfires. It must have been an easy decision to keep rolling with those lines.
100%. And, I believe that's what this year is all about. Let's get the development of our young guys so that they are learning to play in, tough situations and against good opponents. And they were our best lines tonight. They were, like I keep saying, pushing the pace. They're getting pucks into the paint. Even their last shift, Verosian got a really nice shot there off a play by Kindry, and then not backing down. And he's really learning the North American style of hockey, and we love that as a staff. And you want to get there's moral victories, but there's also, you have to learn that it's time to really develop those kids, and they're developing. If they can play like that consistently, well, then they're very serviceable, and yet their development is fast forwarding.
Last night in Kitchener, a bit of a heartbreaking loss. At one point, your team was dominating in the third period. Of course, penalties ended up being the difference late in that game. But was there a time on the bench, was the coaching staff, where you had to be like, listen, guys, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. This is a really good Kitchener team, and they might come back?
Oh, we're always preaching that. Like, you never count your chickens before they're hatched. And we're always telling our guys, never too high, never too low. Never too high, never too low. And we got a little low at one point, and then we didn't protect the lead. And like you said, a parade to the box doesn't help in the odd. And they get that momentum swing, and it's tough. It's tough when they get that momentum. And just like being in London, we're up by 2 going in the last minute, and they put out 6 pretty good hockey players with an empty net, and it was all we can do but shut the lights off.
To end on a high note, Wednesday, you come out on the right side of a 1-goal game, an overtime victory. Yeah. A great game by Bruce McDonald. He ends up being the hero there in Erie against his former team. Tell us what it was like to see Bruce have a big game.
You know what? Bruce has been fantastic the last couple games. I want to say, unfortunately, I had to sit him out 1 game, and he's really showed me, right? And that's what I want. Like, I hated to sit him out. I don't want to do that. But maybe he just got a perspective of watching and going, okay, it's not that hard of a game, and I just need to reset. And he's probably arguably been our best player since that date, and I'm so proud of him. Like, even tonight, he was dancing out there. He was doing a lot of things that you just want to see a 20-year-old do, and I'm very proud of him.
Big game coming up on Wednesday. You get to face
Excellent. Well, some great words there you heard from head coach Scott Wray, obviously talking about the development of the team and as well how to kind of manage a tandem and working with the goalie, especially when he's getting a little bit more shots than maybe would be expected. So great to hear there from Scott. Obviously, you guys get a very similar perspective to that. You've been able to watch a couple of games from the stands for the last little while, and you get to see some of these young guys develop, and we've chatted a little bit about that. But what is maybe thinking back to your rookie years, what are a couple of those lessons that you got to see from some of the older guys or playing in those tough matchups that you feel like was a lesson that kind of stuck with you for your OHL career?
That's a tough one, but we've both been a rookie, so we both know how it was and how it feels to be one of the younger guys on the team. So just as older guys now, we try and treat the younger guys like we wanted to be treated as rookies, to make them feel good and to give them all the confidence they need to perform, because we have so many young guys that need to be playing certain minutes every single night. We want them to perform at their best. So like you said earlier about my encouragement and practice and stuff, that's all I'm trying to do, is getting those young guys going and feeling good playing games against good players and good teams, because it's important. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think confidence is the biggest part. You can be the best guy in the league. If you're not playing with confidence, you won't play the greatest. So just reiterating to the young guys that they're doing good and they're playing well. And all of them are doing their job and playing their game. It doesn't matter if you, it sucks to play lower minutes, but if you're doing your job, you're doing things right, you'll see that numbers start to rise. So I think all the young guys are doing really well, and it's good to see them improving since the start of the year.
It must be interesting for you, obviously, kind of in your last year as an overager, you get to mentor these young guys, and you're kind of watching them going, I'm just about to be in a similar situation next year where you're going to be the young guy, so that'll be, I'm sure you're looking at that kind of with a longing almost for next year as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you go from grade school to high school. Grade 8, you're the king of the castle. You're at the top, right? And then you go into grade 9, you're right back at the bottom. So it's obviously in hockey it's a little bit different, but it's a cool experience to go through sometimes. And just being the young guy in a league and earning your stripes again. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Attack Wrap today. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching here on Rogers TV. A reminder as well to give a congratulations when you see Carter George and athletic trainer Andy Brown for being nominated to the Team Canada staff and training camp roster as well. So make sure you give them a shout out, and they'll be heading out, I'm sure, not too long from now for that tournament. And we'll be back next week with more Attack Wrap, more players on the show, and make sure you stay tuned to Rogers TV for all your Owen Sound Attack action. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
My childhood was quite difficult growing up in the foster system. As a foster child, you don't get access to a lot of the same opportunities that biological children would. When I started post-secondary, the grants that I received from Children's Aid Foundation of Canada gave me the opportunity to choose what I wanted to do and not limit my choices to what I could afford on my own. Education makes every child unstoppable.
All crew.
This is my favorite part.
You see that jagged rock? They say it's haunted by mermaids.
To be a yachty, you need to have thick skin. I thought I was doing the right thing.
It's a bit harsh.
You need to stop.
Does anyone know where Steph is? Get him back here, now!
Gary seems to be giving me the attention that I need.
Oh, here we go. The only person who should be